Hey John, good morning mate. Free Ireland. Energy. Free Ireland. Energy. There we go. No, I've not done it yet, John. Oh, I'll do. Morning. What a win for United yesterday. Now what? Past Liverpool, past Chelsea. Carrick's tactics and formation beat the best in the league yesterday. Fucking buzzing I am, they won. Oh yeah, and another thing. Oh baby, let's go back in time. Oh yeah. Archers loose. Morning Matthew. How you FYM? What score was it yesterday at Highbury? United are gonna get smashed by Arsenal. Are they? The last two games I said we scored 3 goals, didn't we? And have a guess what's happened? It's very cold in Manchester today. Tell you bro, it's cold out. I'm going for my breakfast. Oh yeah. Go on you baby. You know Arsenal had a lot of the pedestrians. Well, I hope you have a good time, lad. That's no good. Wasted. I did not taste it. I've seen it. I seen it years ago. Wow. Look at. I don't know if any YouTubers has any content on Netflix. But hang on a minute. Good morning. We woke up today. Thank you, lucky stars. I am not a gay, but I have got one thing to say. We're here to take part, not to play. Just like Bruce Willis, yippee-ki-yay. we woke up today. I'd have taken a point yesterday, but against Arsenal, you always want to beat Arsenal. So yesterday, me and my son, before the Arsenal game, we put a bet on between us. We built a bet between us, right? And I said to him, I said, son, when you were a kid, when Manchester United were playing Arsenal and you were going for 50 in a row, they'd won 49 games. They did not look like losing. And I said to my son, like, can you remember back to when Keno and Vieira had that argument in the tunnel? You know, we stopped Arsenal that day from going 50 games unbeaten. Good morning, Mr. Bolt. And yesterday we beat them again. You know, well, that's your opinion, but we're in fourth place. I'll take that. You know what I mean? I'll take that and fuck Gary Barlow. How about that? No, I'll always say justice for the 97 and may he have a bed in heaven. You know, Liverpool lost. Fucking fantastic. You know, if we can, listen and I tell you, if we get a Champions League spot this year that we're in right now, you know, it's like, I said to a lot of people that come in and now here that Man United fans, don't get carried away after one victory. You know, like, we had to make sure that he didn't just beat City. He bossed the game. His tactics worked perfect. It's like he had like a tip like a diamond there. It's like 4-2-3-1. Single striker and Wemo up front, right? Four at the back, then you have two there in front of the back. And then in front of them two, you have another three. And in front of them three, you have one more man. Right? Now, I've always said this. I've been saying it even when Amram was in charge. I said, if your system does not work in 6 weeks, you have to change it. Like, that's common knowledge, you know, to any coach, regardless what sport you're a coach in. Everything is about winning. Nobody remembers second place, you know, but as a Man United fan, it's been long for me. And when I say long, I mean long done. If you're a Man United fan, it's like we've been so inconsistent. There's no consistency. There was no hunger, no desire, no passion, no direction, you know, no urgency. And because of that, we were punished, you know, not being able to hold on to a goal. You understand? We got knocked out of the FA Cup. We got knocked out of this. And I'm like, we're not in the Champions League. Yeah. But I tell you one thing, I'll take fourth all day. Going past Liverpool and Chelsea yesterday, I was over the moon. You know, as a Man United fan, like I said, I'm not lying. It's been long. You understand? It's been long done. So long. Yeah, I like that. Godson, I agree with you. You know, look at, I'm not a big fan of bringing former players back to clubs because sometimes it doesn't work, right? Like, what I don't understand in the Premier League, it's dog eat dog. You know, look at that Liverpool manager, yeah? He won the title last year, yeah? And this season, Liverpool have not been in championship form. I'm nobody to talk. Last year, Man United finished in 16th place. It broke me fucking heart, mate. You know, but I'm not taking the piss. Shout out to all the Arsenal fans. Uh, yeah. Things got messy. I'm just delighted that they got the W, mate. In all fairness, like I enjoy football. I love UFC. I love UFC more than I love football, and I love football. You know, Paddy, the other night he proved one thing to me. He's got a chin. He got hit by Justin Gaethje's best shots, and he took them. You know, Scousers don't get knocked out. What? You know, shout out to him for representing Liverpool. Shout out to his father for raising a good lad. You know, shout out to next generation Jim in Liverpool. Paddy'll come again. As a character, bold. Brock Lesnar is a beast, right? I be honest with you, I didn't like him. That's the truth, right? But that all changed a few months back, or last year. I become a big Brock Lesnar fan. You know why? Because he come out and F5 John Cena in front of all the little John Cena fans. Word life F6 times. Yeah, I'm a fan of Brock, yeah. You know why? Because he fucking F5 John Cena, that's why. You know what I mean? Like I watched WWE as a kid. You know, I used to watch it as a kid, and even though I knew it was fake, it's like, if you look back, right, if you're a WWE fan, right, hey, Kyle, good morning, mate. Years ago, like, you have to understand something, right? Now that Mr. Bowles has brought up a topic, Brock Lesnar, right? So, we're going to talk about the wrestling business, okay? It's a dog-eat-dog world. I don't watch the wrestling, right? I used to watch it every morning with my son when he was a kid. You know, I'll never forget Hulk Hogan picking Andre the Giant up and slamming him at Madison Square Garden. I'll never forget when Ricky the Dragon Steamboat got hit with a bell in the neck of the Macho Man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Macho Man. They all had egos, right? Now, can you imagine, yeah, being on the road every single night, right? Being away from your family for that long. It's the same, bro, when Mick Foley was chokeslammed by Kane or The Undertaker and he went through the cage, bro. It wasn't meant to happen, but Mick Foley's got a big ass. You know, Mankind, you know, he got picked up like that and chokeslammed. It's like, I'll never forget watching WrestleMania. Fucking hell, man. I never forget watching wrestling years ago, and one of the wrestlers fell from the sky as he was coming in. What was his name? Can someone tell me his name? He comes from a great wrestling family. Oh, what's his name? Hart. Owen Hart. Boom. There you go. Owen Hart was coming in, I think at WrestleMania or some big event, and fell. You know, Owen Hart. Yeah, I knew I got the name right. Now, I could have. Now, I'm not 100% sure. My memory isn't it as what it was. But he come from a big wrestling family, you know what I mean? It's like Bret the Hitman Hart. It's like, but I remember it's like, certain WrestleManias. But John Cena, it's like I watched this thing on Netflix about WWE. I watched this thing called Inside the Gorilla Cage or in whatever it's called. What did they call that thing backstage where they all sit watching Monday Night Raw? I forget what they call it, but it's like, yeah, there's certain WrestleManias that stick in my head, like. But I was never a Brock Lesnar fan. I'll be honest with you, you wouldn't want to stand in the ring with a guy like that. I'll be honest with you, I'm brave and I can box. I can kickbox too. It's like, and if I was fighting him, that's the first thing I'd try to do, but the face would break your leg. Uh, it's carrot, Well, like I said, look, I've had this channel for the last 2.5 years, and I love talking about football. I love talking to other fans, whether they're Liverpool fans, Man City fans, Celtic fans, Rangers fans. Everybody's welcome. I've got a couple of jerseys here and there. It's like, hang on a second. Let me fix this. Yeah, a few people sent me shirts. You know, like I have, you know what? I've about 4 or 5 other football shirts, and I don't know where they are. I found two the other night, and then, but there's more. I know there is. I just can't find them. And even if I do find them, I haven't got room for them. Everybody who mocked Manchester United and gave us a hard time last year, I'd like to thank everybody for slagging me off because of Man United. Thank you for all your slurs, and fuck you and your viewers. How about that? Oh yeah, one more thing. Up fucking yours. Michael Carragher's got a spot on. It's like, I'm not getting carried away. It's only a couple of performances. Arsenal will win the Premier League. Liverpool won't. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy about the progress we made. Hey, as a Man United fan, it's been long for me. Too long. Like, when I say long, I mean long done. You get me? Long done. So long. I've been a Man United fan since I'm 8 years old. I'm 51. I've supported this club 40 years, easy. I've went and watched them, I don't know, many times. Years ago, my son grew up on the Stratford End watching Champions League games, along with a load of other good lads in the Stratford End. Shout out to Eddie Beef, rest in peace. Shout out to Charlie and Damo, rest in peace to you too. beating Arsenal is special. Mate, beating Liverpool is... There's not much comes near that. Celtic beating Rangers, there's not much comes near that. But beating Arsenal the way we did yesterday, like it was a very competitive game. I knew that they'd have more possession. I knew they'd have about 80% of possession. You know, I'll be honest with you. I think Arteta dropped the bollock. Ever since I've ever watched an Arsenal versus Manchester United game, I have never, ever, ever seen 4 men get subbed at the same time. 4 players getting brought on at the one time. I was like that, look. Oh, yeah. Blech. But, yeah, it was fucking sweet yesterday beating Arsenal. Cunha scored and in the last minute or something. You know, like, we were that close to our bet. But I'm not asked about the bet. Fuck the bet. You know, as long as we win the game. You know, and it's like, I'm delighted with the start Carrick's made. You know what I mean? It's like, beating City was one thing, but beating Arsenal was special. You know, I'll be honest with you. Beating Arsenal is bigger than beating Man City. It's not bigger than beating Liverpool. Nothing will top that. But Arteta is a great manager, a great man manager. It's like you can handpick that team every week. And when I seen him, I'll be honest with you, I'm there watching it with my son, and Patrick Dorgu, the ball bounces, and he just hits it. And I'm like, that's going in. It hit the fucking crossbar and bounced underneath the goal. I'm fucking running around the place screaming. You know, me lads like that. Look, yeah. I'm like, fucking yes. You know, like, I want to see Man United lift the Premier League one day. You know, but it's going to take a lot of work. You know, but I'm happy with what I've seen at the moment. You know, it's like Carrick, Jonathan Woodgate, and that other geezer, whatever his name is, I forget his name. But it's working. Whatever they're doing, morning to you, mate. It's Carrick, you know. We beat Arsenal, we have to go. You know, it's like, I was very surprised, Liverpool. Like I said, it's like, I'd never write Liverpool off, you know, because I know better than that. You hate, well, I wouldn't say I hate him, I dislike him. When you hate people, bro, it takes too much from you. I don't hate nobody. You know, I dislike people, but I wouldn't go as far as saying I hate them. You know, maybe I'm old and I know better. I don't hate anybody, me. You know, I might dislike a couple of people, but I'd say I don't like him either for stealing his son's limelight, you know. He always tries to make everything about him. You know, when your son has a career, whether it be going to uni, getting a degree, or winning a world championship, it's still the same feeling when you see your son doing that. You know, or his hand being raised. It's the same feeling. It's like your son graduating. And believe me here, we're throwing hats up. We're throwing them up. My family. This, yeah. But, like, if you dedicate your life to something, I suppose you're going to be good at it, aren't you? I dislike John Fury. I don't like him. He hasn't got any likable qualities, you know. And I'd love to fight the cunt, you know. But he's a dirty fighter, you know what I mean? So if he come over near me, I'd just throw me hand straight away. Straight to, boom. You know, I'm not waiting for him to hit me. Fuck that, bro. Yeah, it's not checkers we're playing. You know, or chess. Well, there is in a way. You know, about anticipating each other's next moves. So it's like chess in a way. But I'll tell you what, Justin Gaethje, he whooped Paddy's ass. You know, there's levels to the game. And I think Paddy was pushed forward ahead of Arman Sarukian. It's like so because Sarukian didn't make weight and it was a main event. He could have fucking up the whole event. Not this one, a past event, but Paddy got the shot over Arman. Arman deserved the shot. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. He'll come again, Paddy, and he'll be a lightweight one day, a lightweight champion one day. You know. I reckon he'll be a champion one day. You know, it's like he's got balls of steel and he's got a chin. I'll give him that. You know what I mean? He had a few shots on the ground, man. You could see him going like that. Look, when it, like, nasty elbows to the face and to the head and to the eye. And, you know, Justin Gaethje is a savage. You know, it's like, and I think my heart wanted Paddy to win, but my head was telling me Gaethje will win. You know, my brother Mark's like, bro, you mad? You think he's gonna beat Gaethje? I say, yeah, he has a good chance, yeah. I got that wrong. You know, I mean, it's like, well, he'll come again. He's only a young lad, you know. Like he's got his heart. You know what I mean. He's in prime condition. Well, when he wants to be. It's like the way he balloons up through camps, or when he's not fighting, the way he just blows up. You know, it's insane. You know, I remember Ricky Hatton used to do that, and it's very fucking dangerous. You know, your weight cut is a fucking nightmare. You could kill yourself. Do you understand? Like, be super dehydrated and fuck. You know, Paddy will come again. You know, it's like, and it wouldn't surprise me if he fills Anfield one day. You know, but guys, I'm gonna end this live because one sec. Sorry about that. But nah, listen, I don't like John Fury either. I think he's a prick. If you try to steal your son's limelight, you know, you let your kids enjoy their success. You know, they worked for it. You know, it's like you be humble that your son is a world champion. You don't go around acting like a bowsy, you know, threatening people and fucking, you know what I mean, kicking off at events that misfits put on. You know what I mean? Like acting a tough guy to kids. You know what I mean? Fucking kids like KSI and Logan Paul and Jake Paul. They're youngsters to me. You know, it's like he's no class whatsoever. You know, it's like he's probably out catching rabbits for his fucking breakfast right now. I just don't like him. He hasn't got any likable qualities about him. You know, he's a bully, he is him. You know, I don't like bullies. I don't mind fighting them, 'cause I know I can bang. Me, me brothers know I can bang. Me mates know it's there if I need it, but you have to carry yourself a certain way. You can't go around putting your hands on people if it's necessary, or if it's worthy of fucking kicking off. Like if it's for a good noble reason, so be it. But otherwise, yeah, men carry themselves a certain way. You know, some of us are grandfathers. We lead by example. We don't want to be acting like a bowser. You know. Right, guys, I'm gonna end this and I'll talk to you all later. We're out.